Hey everyone, happy Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly crafty session. My name is Ann Granger and I'm excited to be with you. I look forward to my Mondays and Wednesday night crafty session. I'm telling you, life right now is crazy and this escapes me to a happy place. So welcome to my happy place, aka my craft room. This is where you will see me many nights, especially after a long day of work. I love coming in here and putting on music, and I love just creating. It really de-stresses me, and it truly is makes my heart happy. Popping on just a few minutes before 7 or just around 7, so Facebook can let you know I got live, and it gives me a chance to check my settings. If you're here, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you are watching live, you are going to see the live red button up top, and today is, can you believe it, Wednesday, October 30th? I cannot even believe tomorrow is the last day of October. I just feels like we were starting October. Anyways, it's going to be a crazy day. It was a very busy day today at work. We were short-staffed, and yeah, so tonight I came home. I've been working on some things. I have a big holiday crop on the Saturday, so I've been working behind the scenes on that. And honestly, I put on some music and it just put me down. Anyways, we've got lots to share with you tonight. I'm super excited. We are using this adorable Sweetest Star Bundle. So it actually comes with a punch, and I'm going to show you that in a bit. When I actually first saw this, these reminded me of cookies, sugar cookies, and I knew I had to have it. We are a huge fan of holiday baking. My girls and I usually do a baking marathon. So as soon as I saw that, I knew it'd be the perfect way to capture our photos in a scrapbook page, but also would make some super cute cards. So if you're watching live, you are going to see that red live button. And if you're watching on the replay, maybe you found me over on my blog, maybe you found me over on my YouTube. Welcome to the Stamp with Ann community. I'm excited. I often think, wow, if I didn't do stamp paper and inks from Stampin' Up, I would not have met my friends from around the globe. And truly, the friendship is the best. I don't know about you, but when I'm crafting, I like to have a snack. So my snack is chocolate, and I've actually filled it up. And this time of year is crazy for chocolate because you get the Halloween chocolate, but then you get the fun Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh. So anyways, it's filled. Got some sea salt caramel. And I found these are our Halloween candies we're handing out tomorrow. So I was like, oh, I gotta try those. We don't get a lot of kids here where we live. We live in a subdivision, but where we are, there's we're on a bend. So there's only about maybe 10 houses where we are. So where my neighbors down around the corner, they get a lot more than we do. So I always try to buy what we like because I know that we most likely will have some left over. All right, as I said, tonight we are creating 4 cards using the Sweetest Star Bundle. So how does this work? Every week I pick a product of the week, usually a bundle or a stamp set, and I pair it with some designer series paper. Because my job is I want to make sure that I show you how our things coordinate, how our things work together, and how easy it is to create for others. And I started as a scrapbooker and then I became a card maker, and I love I've actually gone back into scrapbooking, which was my passion. I'm so excited. So what I do is on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I bring you a scrapbook page. I create a single page with you, but I show you another side to give you the double. Then on Wednesday night, I come to live with you and do a card class. So we are making 4 cards tonight using the Sweetest Star Bundle. And if you place an order in my online store, you would get that card pack for free. And I'm going to explain that more when we flip the camera. Also, the best way to know what's happening in my business is to sign up for my newsletters, because you guys are always the first one to find out what my product of the week is, and you always are the first ones to find out about my classes and events. So let's get crafting. I'm going to flip the camera and we are going to get started. Oh, that was my puppy who is laying here beside me. I don't know what he's hearing. Anyways, so sorry for the barking. He was sleeping. I'm going to flip the camera. I can't believe how it's getting dark. I was watching the clock tonight and literally it was 5:30. It was about 5:45, well, between 6 and 6:30. Oh my gosh. He is barking like crazy. Anyways, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this time here in Ontario, we fall back. So we actually gain an extra hour of sleep, which is super cute. Can you see my little snow Santas? I'll put them here. I was coloring and I wanted to see how to make sure I was coloring them the right way. All right, so let's get started. First of all, I want to share with you, we are looking at the mini catalog, the AKA September to December. This catalog is 4 months long. Can you believe it? We only have 2 months left of it. We are heading into that busy holiday season. And it's where we love to craft and create things to give to others. So I want to share with you what we are creating with tonight. We are using the Sweetest Star Bundle, which you can find on page 47 of the mini catalog. You can buy the star set separately, or you can buy the punch separately. The best way is to buy it as a bundle, and you actually save 10%. So here is the Sweetest Star Bundle stamp set. It is a photo palmer, which is meant for two-step coloring. I actually heard this tip: when you shake it, oh, it's not going to, but usually when you shake it, oh, in the beginning, it would be a photo palmer. That's how you know it. And then it has this amazing star punch, which I think you can use for so much. And as I said, when I first saw it, reminded me of sugar cookies and, of course, gingerbread. And I'm a huge fan of gingerbread. Like, I love gingerbread cookies, gingerbread scones, gingerbread cake. Oh my gosh, anything gingerbread is so yummy. So of course I had to use it. If you followed me on Monday night, you would have seen how I used this on a scrapbook page. But if you didn't follow me, make sure you head over to my YouTube channel, because I've uploaded that video to show you. We created an adorable page that I'm going to use for our holiday baking. Now, I would not be doing my job as a demonstrator if I did not tell you that this is the best deal in town. Right now, Stampin' Up! Has a special where you get to pick $200 worth of product. Usually it's $165, and you only pay $135 from October 1st to the 31st. Tomorrow's the last day for this. Plus, you get to pick whatever you want. I say test drive the opportunity. If you have a huge shopping list, if you love Stampin' Up! Products, if you love the quality, if you love things that coordinate, if you love to be in a crafting community, if you want to meet new friends, if you want to see sneak peeks, earn a discount, then this is for you. So as I said, $206 worth of product for only $135. And I mean, we always have a starter kit. Stampin' Up! Has just done a $41 value added to it, so you're getting $41 worth of extra product. Tomorrow is the last day. We would love to have you on the Stamp to Create team. Our team is pretty amazing. We have a big group. We have monthly meetings. We do swaps. We do shoebox swaps. We have get-togethers. We have a daily. We have a Facebook group. There's so much, and it's amazing to watch how my team has become friends. And I love watching them interact and do things outside of our little tribe. So if you are interested and want to learn more, let me know. We would love to help you out. All right. So we are using the Sweetest Star Bundle, so the stamp set and the punch. That is what we're focusing on tonight. And I paired it with a designer series paper. I have to admit, when I first saw this paper, I was like, yeah, it's okay. I had a pack and I was like, I should probably use it. It's called the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper, and here is the ordering number. The neat thing about this paper is it's our product give back. So every paper sold around the world, Stampin' Up! Will donate to children's charities. So here in Canada, every DSP sold, designer series paper pack of the Sentimental Christmas, $4 will go to that to the charity of the Stampin' Up! What they choose. It just said supporting children's futures. So I challenged myself to use this paper to make our 4 cards tonight. It's very vintagey. It reminds me of the Christmases you would see back in the 70s. Well, okay, I was a baby in the 70s, but in the 80s. But I love the patterns. Like these ones here are kind of like my favorite, but this one is super cool too, and I'm going to show you how we use it. And this just reminds me of those hard candy stripes of peppermint that we used to get. All right, so let's dive in. So tonight we are creating 4 cards. If you place an order in my online store from Monday night, October 28th to Sunday, November 3rd, using this host code, I'm going to send you the supplies to make these 4 cards. I will give you the envelopes. I will give you all the paper cut, the designer series paper. Anything that needs to be die cut, I will do that. If anything is embossed, I would give you embellishments, etc. The only thing I don't do is stamp. So let's dive in. I'm excited about our cards tonight. Our first card is the one, if you follow me over on social media, I actually posted this one the other night. So let's show you what we're doing and we'll get started. So if you're here, say hi and let me know you're here. So as I said, this gingerbread reminds me of just those cute little gingerbread cookies or a gingerbread house. But I love this saying, wishing you a holly jolly Christmas. Okay, you're probably singing that song because I know I have been all weekend. But I love this paper. I love the snowflakes, and it's pecan pie, which is perfect. So we are using a thick white. I always use thick white for my bases. I just like how extra sturdier it is for those card bases when you want to use a white. We have Poppy Parade, and you're probably thinking, well, how did you pick these colors, Anne? I actually picked these colors right from the designer series paper. So what I do is I pick a bundle, then I pick my pattern paper, and then I pull those coordinating colors that are up here, and that's what I use. I will use the ink pads, I will use ribbon, whatever I have that coordinates, I will create with those. It really makes creating easier. All right, so we're gonna put this down. Now I'm using the iridescent trim. Now, unfortunately, this trim is on back order, but I wanted to show you it because it is beautiful. And sometimes I know, like I think, oh, I shouldn't show you because it's not orderable, but I also want to show you because I want you to be able to purchase it when it comes. You might be like, what is that ribbon? If you don't see the ribbon in action, you won't know, and then you'll miss out. So it is very pretty ribbon. Let's go ahead and secure that down. Okay. We are going to use our pecan pie cardstock. So let's just bring that over. Let's clean my spot here. Can you see that there? All right, so I'm using pecan pie cardstock, and I have Memento ink, and I'm going to bring in the little gingerbread. Now, let's find a block. He's super cute. He's so cute. Look at him. We're going to ink him up, and we're just going to stamp him. All right, so there he is, and I'm just going to hold this to keep that here because we are doing some more. We are doing a little bit of coloring tonight, so. All right, so the neat thing is we're going to use Poppy Parade because that is one of the colors that we're coordinating with. So know that you can go from cardstock to ink to ribbon to embellishments to even blends with this. So I'm actually going to color his eyes. Like, we're just decorating our little gingerbread cookie. He's got some icing. We've made some swirls for his hands and little swirls for his feet. Now, if you've been following me for the last 4 months, because I've been doing Facebook Lives twice a week, you know that I'm a huge fan of die cutting, and I love my embossing folders and I love my dies. But I also going to tell you, I love punches because they're quick and easy. I love the fact that you can stamp an image and punch it. So our punches are right here. Now, we're not supposed to go like this, but I feel like if I was to go like that, I would have no idea where I am. So I like to line my punch up, and then I just go like that. All right, so let's bring in this little cute little gingerbread and bring in some embellishments. All right, so right there. Now, I did die cut out our greeting just because when I'm prepping the kits, I make extra. So this is actually from the greetings of the season. Now, if you're looking at like a great label set, this is one of our online exclusives. I love it. It is supposed to be meant for tags, but I use it, like, I'm going to show you how I use it. Yes, the tag is right there, but we're not going to use that. So I use it for a lot of other ways. So this is a great one, and it does coordinate with a coordinating stamp set called greetings of the season or everyday greetings. I can't remember what that is right now off the top of my head. I did a big holiday soiree event on the weekend, which was so successful. I will be sharing photos with you. I have another crop on, I have a holiday crop on Saturday, so I'm prepping behind that. And I will show you, but we use this set, so my wish you a holly jolly Christmas is well loved. It was a very successful event. If you're here in the Southwest Ontario and you're looking to join, come to future events, sign up for my newsletter. That's the best way you find out about things. All right, so we stamped in Poppy Parade. Now I'm just going to take my scissors. There. I can hear. All right, so we're just going to tuck this down. So what I did was, I didn't want to use it as a tag. I actually wanted to use it as a banner. So I just cut off that little hole, and we're just going to there. We're going to bring that irresistible twist in, trim in. Now this is a little trick. If you don't want to create like a bow, you can create a false bow. So what I do is I'm just putting over underneath, and I'm going to just pull it through, and then it's not as bulky either. And then I'll take my paper snips, and I have paper snips that are just for ribbon, and I have paper snips that are just for cardstock. So because you want to keep your scissors sharp, especially cutting ribbon. So there is my little holly jolly wishing you a Merry Christmas card. Let's see, he's just twisted here. All right, oh, and I see that I need to cut off a little bit more here. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some embellishments. And you know what? I'm going back to the basics. I'm going back to our clear adhesives, our clear rhinestones. I'm going to bring in our Take-A-Pick. And we used a lot of these on the weekend too. But I love it that you can just add some little, to make it look like snowflakes. Little jewels in the snowflakes. And there you go. There is our first card featuring the Sweetest Star Bundle. So there you go. So I didn't color his face on this one, but I colored his face on this one. So I would love to know which ones you guys think you like. All right, so that's card number 1. Bring it over a little bit so you guys can see it. Okay, so card number 1. Now, I don't know about you, but I've learned this in the last little bit, is when you see something online, you save it, and you think, oh, that's a really good template. Then you know, maybe you're making, I'm going to say a gift card holder, and then the following year, like, oh my gosh, what was that template that I was going to make? Well, I'm going to show you a trick. So what I do is when I find something I like and I make a template. So this is a template that I've made for gift cards. What I do is I use old designer series paper. I write all the measurements down on it so that, and I tuck it in one of our clear envelopes and I put it in my drawer. So in beside me, I have all these samples of templates for fancy folds and things like that. So tonight we are making a gift card holder. And I'm going to show you how that's made. I thought, you know what, this is the kind of, we're starting to get into that season where we might need some of these ideas. So here is our gift card holder. So it's just a belly band. You're going to open it up and then you would put your gift card in here. You can also tuck money in here. But I thought that would be a neat, if you were doing like a Secret Santa, or maybe you wanted to give like something to your coworkers. You could even stick these in a stocking. They would be pretty cute. All right, so I wanted to, when I saw these patterns, I really liked this one, so I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so I have already gone ahead and scored my cardstock. So let's go ahead and fold. So it looks like that. So you are going to have one flap that is bigger then the other one, and that's exactly what you want to do. We are going to go ahead and put down our pattern paper, which this pattern is gorgeous. It has the beautiful little trees. These remind me of trees you would see like in a window at a store, or like in a ad or something. They're just so pretty. And then I really liked the other side. It was more of the shaded spruce and pretty peacock color. So I was like, you know what, we're going to use that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to adhere our DSP. Now, I'm sure you're like me. If you're a longtime crafter, you have punches that are no longer available. So I have a circle punch. Mine is a 1-inch. And we're just going to not use it, notch out, and I literally just eyeball it. I don't measure it. Pop that out. So we're creating like a little notch to help us pull that gift card out. You can use any size of you want. I just like that size. Now, because we're doing a gift card, we want to make sure we really secure it. So right here, we're going to add some tear and tape. So this is our tear and tape. And so I just peel it off. And then we're just going to adhere it like that. So then that becomes our little pocket. And then there is that. So now, of course, we're gonna like, how do we close this? That's where we're gonna make a belly band. So what I do is I put the, this is, I'm gonna say the side I would cut. So the top side of the cardstock, we're gonna put the bottom side down. And I'm literally going to put my cardstock in the middle. My gift holder. So we're gonna fold it, and then I would just crease, and again, and crease. Now, because this is a belly band, and people are gonna be sliding it on and off, we are going to, I put a little bit of tape here. Okay, just like that. Listening to my daughter upstairs. She's talking to my other daughter. Okay, so that works. Okay, so right there. Now we're going to make our Santa. And you know what? I'm going to grab some basic white. So we're going to use the Santa because I thought that would be a good one to use in case you wanted to give this as like a gift card holder to someone. Okay, so we're going to stamp it in Memento ink because we are using stamping blends to color. And we're just going to stamp. So if you've been following me, know one of my top 10 tools in my craft room is my clear mat, my glass mat. This is something that you could put in a starter kit, but or purchase one, I would highly, highly recommend it. Since I've gotten my glass mat, I barely use grid paper. I barely use my Stamp and Pierce mat because I love the way it colors on, stamps on here. All right, so we're gonna color our Santa, and we're gonna just kind of do it real quick here. So I am using our natural blends, and I want to say this is the light one. I wish Stampin' Up! Would label them in the catalog as the number. So this is SU 800. So we're just going to color Santa. And we're going to color his little hands. And that's all we're using for that. Now, Wild Wheat is one of our in colors that came out last year. So it's actually going to be retiring at the end of April. And you're probably thinking, well, Anne, that is not a really nice color. What are you going to use that on Santa? Well, guess what? It's the perfect color to color Santa's belt because it looks like it's gold. There's a little buckle here. So I'm using the dark. Now, doesn't that look like gold? So while we can look like gold, all right? Now, we're going to come in with, I'm going to use basic black, but I'm going to use the dark black. Oops, look at that. My blend just came apart. That's okay. Let's just fix it. I have been coloring. Maybe I'll just might have to. I've been coloring with my blends a lot. Okay, let's see here. Wow, only on camera, right? Let's see if I have another one. As I said, I've been coloring with my blends a lot lately. So it's probably just, we'll just throw that out. It's probably done. All right, so let's, as I said, only on camera. I find your blends are something you also want to like make sure you change out because you want a tip that's really good for coloring. So we're going to color, I colored his little boots black. I'm going to color his little belt. Okay, so there's that. Now, we're going to go Poppy Parade, and I'm going to go Poppy Parade up here. And, you know, Santa's really been out working, and I'm going to color his little nose cherry. And I'm going to outline. Sometimes I will shade with the light and dark. I don't know, but I just felt like Santa just needed to have a dark suit because, you know, he's been going up and down the chimney and he's just, so let's just color him. So what I do is I outline my image and then I use the blend in circles to color. Okay, so I'll come down here. I have been coloring a lot of these guys lately. I used him last week in my big event. They were part of our name tags for prizes. We had a spin wheel and we did like, we spin the wheel and then the name, we had like a Santa, a reindeer, or a Mrs. Claus, a gingerbread, and an owl. So when we called them, they got a prize. So it was a surprise element that I really liked. It reminds me of the Stampin' Up! Event. Okay, so there is our Santa. Look how cute he is. Now, remember what I said, best thing is you can stamp and punch. I don't have to get out my die cutting machines. We're just gonna line him up, punch him, and he's ready to go. All right, so we're going to put dimensionals on, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them here because I wanted to make sure that I didn't put them where it might not work for my Santa. And there you go. Now, you can choose to put a greeting on this. I chose not to because I thought, oh, you could put that in there. And I thought, well, if you put it across, so you might want to put like you could easily put a piece of white in here. I can slide it in and then tuck in your gift card and put to and from. So that is our, let me just get this back here. Ooh. There we go, there we go. Make sure when you do your belly band, you give yourself a little bit of room for it to slide on and off. I should have made it a little bit looser. It's okay, there we go. All right, so there is our second project of the night. A gift card holder featuring the Sweetest Star Bundle and the Sentimental Christmas. Aren't they cute? Love that little Santa, he's so cute. All right, so that is our second card. Let's go on to our third card. Our third card, once again, I said to you, I have templates, and this was another template that I have. It's called a book fancy fold, and I thought, you know what, let's make one. At the event on Saturday, one of my team members made it, and I was like, oh, that's a really good fancy fold, so I should make that. So that is what we're going to do. So let me show you the card. This would also be a good one for like a gift card holder. So here is, and then it opens up like a little book. Isn't that cute? And I love Baking Spirits Bright, right? And I'm telling you, you're going to be singing Christmas songs. All right, so I've already gone ahead and scored it. You're probably thinking, well, Anne, how do I get all these measurements? You're right. You will get the measurements for all these along with a PDF when you place an order in my online store. That is part of the just how I do it. So when you place an order, you get the class kit. Then I would send you the PDF, and then I would send you a link back to this video. And then that way, it's a great way for you to reference and create at the same time. But I know that is here in Canada, and I know some of my global friends don't have that option. So I do have a PDF store with all my past PDFs in there. So you guys could check those out. All right, so let's, we're going to close this up. So just like that. And then that bends back, right? So that becomes our thing. So once again, we're using that pattern paper, the Sentimental Christmas. So what I did, doesn't that remind you of peppermint? I just wanted to give it a little bit of a border. So I did use Poppy Parade. And I know I've had some people reach out to me like, how, like, you know, where do we get the PDF or where do we get this? So as I said, I have a PDF store. And that is how you can get it. Or if you're, you know, you can watch the video, but if you're wanting things like these, then I would definitely recommend getting the PDF. I have a few PDFs I'm behind on, but once I get past this weekend, I will be uploading them. I really should hire someone to do my PDFs. That would be nice. All right, so I've put Poppy Parade on the back of the little pattern, the striped here and the striped here, so that becomes a fold. You could put ribbon around here if you wanted. I chose not to. So once again, let's bring back in that gingerbread stamp. Let's grab him. Where is he? Oh, I put him in the wrong spot. I was like, well, that's not out. So let's stamp him, and we're going to stamp him in Memento ink onto our pecan pie. So he's right there. I think we're good. Okay. So then let's color him and pop him out, and then we will do the next one. So once again, we're using the dark. I'm going to color his eyes, his buttons. We're going to color his face. Okay, so there's that. So let's punch him out, and then he's ready for our card. I thought this one would be cute to showcase these as if you were like, you're making, these were on a cookie sheet. I thought that would be a really cute idea. Okay, so, oh, this is for our inside. Now, I don't stamp or anything in my insides. I sell a lot of my cards to my coworkers at work and to friends, and they always say, I like it when it's blank because we like to write our own message, which I totally get. Like, that's totally understandable. All right, so let's go ahead and put down our gingerbread. So he's just right there. And let's go ahead and stamp our Mrs. Claus. So let's just bring in Mrs. Claus here. We haven't used Mrs. Claus yet. So we're going to stamp her in Memento ink. Well, it's time for me to get a new Memento ink. Okay, so sometimes I just like don't want to waste paper, so I'm going to put it as close as I can over here. All right, so there is Mrs. Claus. Super cute. Now we're going to color Mrs. Claus. So once again, we're using that Natural Blend SU 800. And in our catalog, they're listed as like natural, light, dark, medium. So just so you know, I'm going to do her little hands. And we're going to do like she's got leggings on. I didn't do that in my sample. I colored them, but I think I like it with her little leggings showing. And we're going to do little black toes. She's got her little black shoes on. She's in the kitchen, getting ready, helping Santa get ready for the big night and making lots of cookies for him. Okay, so once again, we're just gonna outline. Ooh, I'm using our Stampin' Blends. So when I use our Stampin' Blends, I try to be really careful when I'm coloring, but sometimes you go over the line. Anyways, I wanted to say, I always use the nub because I feel I have more control over my coloring, where the brush, I use the brush when it's more bigger spaces. Okay. Now, let's just here. She's got a little frilly dress on, which makes it hard. Concentrating while I'm coloring here. Alright, so we're coloring Mrs. Claus's outfit. We're going to leave her apron white. I've actually seen some of these, if you're like thinking, oh, I like this bundle, you know, if you search this on Pinterest, you'll see tons of ideas. I actually saw it done in green. I thought that was cute too. So let's pop her up. And we'll pop her up onto our card. Okay, we're just going to tuck her that way. Now, I wanted to show you, so quickly we're just going to bring in our little Stampin' Cut here. Let me grab a little piece of paper. Okay, and we're using the Nestled Essential Dies, so you know this is one of my other top picks. And here is, we're going to use this banner. Because the greeting I'm using, I wanted to, like, it was hanging. So this one was a perfect choice for it. So these are definitely one of my top 10s in my craft room, are these dies. If you've been following me, you know I'm a huge fan of anything stitched. So that's definitely one of the tops. Okay, so let's put this over here. And let's bring in that Poppy Parade. And we're going to use the greeting that says, making spirits bright. I'm sure you're singing that song now. I don't know about you, but I love Christmas music and can really listen to it 24/7. It's so soothing. All right, so there's that. And we're going to pop this up with our dimensionals. Also, signing up for my newsletter is a good way because I do a recap of all the videos for the week, and so it's a great way to see all the projects and videos in one spot. You can save them in your inbox, and then when you're ready to create with this, you could easily do it. Okay, so let's bring in those clear rhinestones again, and we're just going to add our little things. And there is our third project of the night featuring the Sweetest Star, and we are going to call this a book fancy fold so that it would open up like a little book. How cute is that? Okay, that's our third project. So our last project for the evening is an easel card, and I was inspired by this type of fancy fold from my friend Melissa Faust. She is in the US. I had received an email from her, and I was like, oh, so you're thinking, wow, it looks flat. What are you talking about? But when you push it up, it actually sits like this and creates like a cute little easel card. So you could set that like that on your desk. Now these homemade cards, they go on mantles. How cute would that be on a mantle? All right, so let me keep this one. Maybe we'll just put this one right up here for you guys to see. All right, so this paper is a really neat one. It's actually a 12 by 12, and all around the corners, all around the sides and sides is this pattern here. And I thought, how fun would that be to put down there? And then I did this pattern because I thought it looked really neat. So I've already gone ahead and scored my cardstock. So as you can see, it's just like a fancy fold. And then what we're going to do, so we're going to score that. We want to make sure that's good. So this is one PDF you're definitely going to want to make sure you get, purchase, or place an order so you can get all these fun projects that we were making tonight and the instructions. So let me just fold these back. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and adhere this pattern right here. And we're going to put it right here, just like that. These red ones are going to go in these middles, in these panels here, okay? And just like that. So this card will lay flat for mailing, but then when you go to open it, it would be a surprise element for your person you are giving it to, okay? So we're gonna leave that right there. I have our circle already, so we can go ahead and adhere that down. I'm actually just gonna add a little more tape here to my ends. Now, when you adhere the circle, you don't want to put adhesive at the back. You really only want to put it at the side. So what I did was I kind of laid it down, and then I put my dimensionals near the bottom, just like this, and we're going to pop that up. Okay, so we're just going to kind of like eyeball it, make sure I'm good, and then that's how it goes. We're going to bring back in our white. We're going to bring back in our Santa. And we're going to stamp him once again in Memento ink. Okay. Okay, and then we're just going to stamp him. So we got him stamped in Memento ink. We're going to go ahead and color him again. As I said, this is a fun stamp set. I always like, once this new catalog or we get a sneak peek, I'll go through and be like, oh, like which ones do I really like? And this one, as I said, made me think of sugar cookies. And I mean, who can resist sugar cookies at Christmas time? Who can resist cookies at any time? Okay, so we're going to color his face with that light natural blend, and we're using, oh look, I colored his toes there. His toes are cold. We're going to put his boots on this time. I didn't put boots on him. Oh, he's just getting ready to go outside. He hadn't gotten fully dressed yet. Mrs. Claus has been busy making him yummy cookies. Okay, so let's bring that wild wheat back in, which I told you is a great color for a gold. So if you're looking for a gold color, wild wheat is your best friend. It was interesting at one of our team meetings. We always play a game, and I had asked that, broke them into groups, and I kind of like paired them so they weren't in a group, like, you know, they were meeting new people. And I said, find something that you all have in common. And all three of them were like, we discovered we don't like wild wheat. You know, that was kind of funny. So we do fun things like that at our team meetings. We play games. We do stamping presentations. We do it all. It's fun. All right, so there is his shoes. We're going to come in with the dark poppy pomade. We're going to color his little nose. He's outside. He's getting ready to go for the evening. He's just so cold. All right, let's just color up here. Outlining his beard. I have to tell you a funny story. The other day, I was coloring. Actually, I think I was coloring up a whole bunch of these, and I was, it was quiet in the house. I was coloring. I was listening to my music. Like, it was perfect. And then my dog, Timbit, my dog's name is Timbit, heard something outside, and he barked. And when you're not expecting it, it does scare you. And it scared me so much that I colored out of the lines. I was like, oh. I just thought that was so funny. Because I wasn't expecting it. Like, you're just sitting here coloring and it's all quiet. And then I think my neighbor came in next door and he heard him. So, of course, he was just like, oh. Kind of like he was at the beginning of this video. Then he went upstairs. So, he's been quiet now. I told him he has to rest up. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. He'll be excited to see all the little kitties at the door. And most of the kids at my school know my dog's name, so they're all like, we're coming to visit you. So I think it's so cute. All right, so we're going to pop him out. I'm going to stamp. Okay, so we're done with that, and we're done with this. Put that in there. Oh, I hear him riffing again. So funny. I tell you, he's a little man. How cute their little personalities. Okay, so we have this, and we're going to put him on there. Just like that. Now, we need something to hold it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring back in this little, our little Stampin' Cup. And we're going to use, oh yeah, this probably will be perfect. We're going to use our Nested Essential Dies again. I just want to make sure we get the right one. I think it's the size. Yeah, okay. So we're going to put that down there. And we're just going to run it through. Okay. Make sure you put these on the back. I am using Stampin' Storage magnetic sheets. You can find Stampin' Storage products in the they're from the United States, so just Google Stampin' Storage, you will see them. I have a lot of their products in my room. It truly makes crafting very easy. Okay, so I forgot to share with you, the circle is from the Stitch Stylish Shapes, which you know is another one of my most popular dies. We use them a lot. All right, so we have our greeting, and we're going to use the greeting that says, may your days be merry and bright, which I think is a fun one. May your days be merry and bright, and we're going to use Garden Green. And we're just going to stamp that down. Okay, so there's that. May your day be merry and bright, which I think is another great greeting. Like I truly said, this will be one stamp set that goes on my retired shelf. I will not be getting rid of this one. So if I recommend a stamp set for you, it's totally this one. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to pop this up with dimensionals so that it sits like a little shelf. And we're going to use that little shelf to tuck in our easel card so that when we're ready to mail it, it will mail flat, but then when we want to pop it up, it'll be popped up. So what I did was I kind of like estimated where I wanted it, and then I just tucked it in. So I found like I had to play with it a little bit, but then once I got it, it kind of stuck really well. Okay, so let's bring back in those our rhinestones, and I thought it would be fun to put a rhinestone on Santa's head here. So let's just lay this flat. So this is the neat thing about this is that it lays flat and then you can pop it up. So this, as I said earlier, would be one that somebody definitely would want to show on a mantle. I don't know about you, but do you guys get a lot of Christmas cards? I used to get so many of them. And now I think it's one of those things that is not, people don't do anymore. And I think it's one of those things that we really need to be bringing back to do that. So, all right. There is our easel card featuring the, Sweetest Star. So I'll just bring that up so you guys can see it. Isn't that cute? How adorable is that card? So this is called an easel fancy fold. And it's very easy to make. I could see this being done for a lot of occasions. So let's see. This is card number 4. Card number 3. This was card number, this is card number 2. And this is card number 1. And Marg says she, great cards, and this suite is lovely. Thanks, Marg. And she says she sends 85 cards every year. Wow, Marg, great, good. Wow, that's impressive. Like, I used to, and then I kind of stopped doing it for a while, but I think this year's the year I want to, because I have tons of Christmas cards I need to unload. All right, so here, let's do a quick recap. We use the Sweetest Star Bundle, which is this one right here. Coordinates with a punch, which is right here. You can find this in the September to December catalog. So if you have not looked at this set, I would highly recommend you look at it. You know, if you're thinking, well, I want to see more samples, head to Pinterest, search it. You'll find tons. I've seen a lot of demonstrators using it in the past week. So that it's good to know that we're on trend with what other demonstrators are doing. And I've seen some really neat projects. So we have created 4 projects for you tonight. If you place an order in my online store, $50 or more Canadian, before shipping and taxes, using this host code right here, I will send you the supplies to make these 4 projects. The only thing I won't do is stamp and color your images. I can't stamp your greetings. And so that's just per Stampin' Up! Policy. But if you're like, hey, I really like those cards, you could use your own greetings and own images, Christmas images, or you can purchase the Sweetest Star Bundle and get these cards for free. All right, everyone. So how this will work, I will upload this video to my YouTube channel and I will post it on my blog. And, what was I going to say? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I will upload it to my YouTube. It will be on the blog and it will link you back to the YouTube video. But if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I would love to hear which card was your favorite. I always ask that when I have customers at classes, at events, I would say, which one was your favorite? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I know it's a toss-up. I kind of like I like them all, but I have to say my favorite, I like the easel card. Actually, I always thought they were hard to do, but they're pretty easy. And I actually like them all. But I just think I wanted to show you a different variety tonight with some more fancy folds and some gift card ideas. And I'll probably be throwing some of those more in as we get closer to the holiday season. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Have fun tomorrow with Halloween if you celebrate or hand out for Halloween. And we will see you Monday night featuring another product of the week. I look forward to seeing you guys then. So set your alarms. Crafty sessions are Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.